You are kind of over attaching yourself to the work. This is something that you're doing wrong, where you're attaching yourself too much to the work. Maybe we can now discuss about what can be the solutions of it. The person may be wrong. This video is gonna be very helpful to you. Hi everyone, this is Weber and I'm a product designer, and I just keep talking about the things which are related to creative people, designers who are working in product, or the people who love to travel. So I just cover all of these things. There's one thing that I want to discuss about today, and that is, has it ever happened to you as a creative person, as a designer, that you just attach yourself too much to your work? Attach as in, you prepared something, you made a design or you made a creative, you went to your other stakeholders, and you received a bad feedback. Now, rather than working on that feedback, you're kind of thinking that, is it even worth it to put in these efforts? Because maybe my designs are perfect, my work is perfect. The other person is maybe wrong. Maybe the other person's taste is entirely wrong or different, and maybe our bandwidth doesn't match. If something like that has happened to you, this video is going to be very helpful to you, because I have personally faced this thing for long, and I have also been pointed out by some of my senior stakeholders that you are actually going through this thing where you're attaching yourself too much to your work, and this is going to impact your productivity in the longer run. And as a designer, this is something that you're doing wrong, where you're attaching yourself too much to the work, that now you are just detaching yourself entirely from the perspective of other people. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to realize when we are actually attaching ourselves too much to the work. The first symptom, I would say, is that when you are showing your work to the other people, and you are being over defensive about your work. At times, it is possible that the other person is maybe not making the point, or is making the point. It is not upon you to judge it at that point of time. Just take the feedback and just write it down somewhere. If you are just questioning that person, and then you're getting into a fight or into a discussion or into a debate, which is just gonna be like, now you're saving your egos, and you will realize that, like, if you are self-aware enough, you will realize that right now you're fighting for your work or fighting for your ego. So you will realize that you just need to have that kind of acceptance about yourself, or awareness about that. So once you have that, I guess that is one of the main symptoms that you're gonna see, that you are kind of over attaching yourself to the work. Now, what are the issues? As I just mentioned before, you feel like whenever you get a feedback, you start to feel it as it is a rejection, and you also start to burn out more, because every round of revision feels like a loss. It feels like it is very emotionally exhausting. So that is one of the downsides, and one of the biggest downsides of it is that it prevents your growth. The defensiveness actually blocks your opportunities to improve and learn. So this is like one of the biggest downsides of attaching yourself to the work. Eventually, you will observe that due to this thing, you are starting to lack passion. You're starting to feel as if like it is just another work. It gives you a transactional approach towards the work, that okay, maybe today I just need to get here, make this design, get it done, and that's all my job. I'll do my job, I'll get back home, I'll just do something else. I just personally feel that when you're in the creative field and you're facing this kind of issue, it's not very healthy, because at the end of the day, I guess for every creative person, it is like a personal satisfaction, which means a lot. And if you are not personally driven, it will eventually turn out to be you giving out some poorer design outcomes. And I feel like that is kind of professional suicide. You are not feeling passionate about the work because you're attaching yourself to the work, and it's a professional suicide. There have been many people in the past who have kind of suffered through this. Like, I don't know how correct is it, but Steve Jobs was also asked that he was over attaching himself to his project Lisa. That was also one of the examples where kind of he just felt like he's in an echo chamber where he's not able to understand the practicality of things, and the decisions that were being taken by the boardroom. Obviously, like, there was a lot of politics involved and all those things. I would not really comment on that, but again, attaching yourself too much to the work, it really costed him. Obviously, he made a comeback and he became the CEO of the company again. Yeah, that is like a second part of the story. But yeah, he was also going through that particular problem. And there have been many other artists also who have been going through this thing. This is basically just a creator bias. This is just when you are working inside something, for you to have a macro level view of anything, it becomes difficult. So there are many artists, there are many creative people who end up being in this situation. Like still now we have realized that it is a problem. You have realized what are the symptoms of it. You have realized what are the repercussions of all this. So maybe like till this point, if you have realized that this is an issue, you have started to address this as an issue, maybe we can now discuss about what can be the solutions of it. I guess one of the biggest solutions, like one of the things that really helped me out, was that the only reason when most of the people start to feel bad about the feedbacks of people is when they are not secured in themselves, when they are feeling like maybe I'm being judged by my work, like if anybody is commenting on my work, they're commenting on me as a personality. So I guess you just need to understand that you need to separate yourself from your work. You are not your work. Yeah, maybe like for a bigger chunk of it you are, but at the end of the day, your art and your creative thing is just a part of your life, and you kind of start to attach yourself to it, and that is not healthy in the long run. There have been many successful artists, there have been so many successful designers, creators who have made their fair share of mistakes, who have made something which maybe a larger audience did not like. But was it that they were wrong? Was it that their art was wrong? No, it does not really work out like that. It's just that some of your work connects to the people and some doesn't. If your rational or your objective goal towards doing this creative thing is to get the validation of people, I guess that is where at the core you're getting wrong. So you just need to be secure about yourself. You just need to have confidence in yourself, which is like a second part of this thing, that take pride in your work. Stay open-minded. You should not really feel as if this person came in, he commented on some work, and I'm like, okay, so this person is now making an attack on me. I always need to be in a defense mode or in an attack mode. No, you're not really need to do that. Just take up the points, write it down. It happens to me even today. Like I go to these boardroom meetings. There are many friends of mine who go to the boardroom meetings. They have worked on this design, this work for a month or 2 months, and people just come in and they are like, nah, it's shitty. It's not gonna work. There are these issues. There are these issues. Obviously, like people are biased at times, but that is your job to just take up their feedback, analyze it after some time, and then think, okay, does it even make sense? Does it really like on a rational level, do they have any data to back this thing, or is it just a subjective thing that they're talking about? Which is where you start to get into the third point, which is like you need to see the feedback as collaboration rather than as a criticism. Most of the people who are coming in, most of them personally do not have issues with you. Like maybe like some people have, I'm not gonna comment on all the people, but like most of the people just want to collaborate with you to get a better outcome. They obviously have more experience, they have seen things from different perspectives. Majorly these kind of feedbacks come from the product managers, from the developers, the operations team, sales team, because they are seeing things from a different perspective. They are seeing things from a customer's point of view, they are seeing things from the business point of view, they are seeing things from the tech usability point of view. And if you want to make a project happen, we'll have to look into these things also. Things are not always going to happen in a fairy world. So you need to think that it is a collaboration and not a criticism. And iteration is the nature of design, right? Like this is the fourth part. And every design, every creative thing has its fair share of iteration. Every amazing design, music, art that you're seeing right now is maybe like umpteenth version or like the nth version of their first thing that they first came up with. And I guess in my personal experience, whenever I've done this iteration, I've actually come out with a better design, with better rationals, with better reasoning, and the chances of it being successful have actually increased for me. So iteration is the nature of design. And the final thing is that I've heard this a lot of times, and I guess I've already addressed this before. Many people just come in and say, this design just feels off. It just doesn't feel good. Maybe this button doesn't feel good. The copy is not right and all that. The color doesn't seem right. This does not impact me. So just ask them, what is their rationale of saying this thing? Do they have any user feedback from this? Do they have any user testing done? Do they have any data to back this thing? Do they have any competitors analysis for this? Talk on the objective things, talk on the rational things. Because obviously, design or any creative thing always has some subjective point of views of people. At the end of the day, you need to understand your design is not going to be used by these people, it's going to be used by your users. So talk about the rational things, talk about the objective things. Okay, if you think that this is feeling off, give me the reason of that. Do you have any backing of it? If no worries. I'll just do this, I'll test it with the users. If users like it, then it's gonna work. It doesn't matter if you personally like it or not, because our user is different, you are different, I am different. So maybe like whenever you're making a design, or maybe whenever you're using any creative, it's the audience, it's the users whose feedback matters. So this is how you can tackle the age-old question of this design doesn't feel good. This design feels off. That is all about the video. I would not really want to say anything more. I guess I've already explained you everything. I guess most of the things that I've told you, you might already know. You might have already read it somewhere. But this is what this video was about. Like just reaffirmation of the thing, because I believe there would be many people who would be going through this thing, and even I was personally going through this issue for pretty long. And when I got to hear these things from my manager, from my senior stakeholders, from other mentors also, it was kind of like a reaffirmation, and I started to work on it. And to be honest, it's going pretty well for me. I would still not say that I have been able to 100% detach myself from the work, but you also don't need to do that. There needs to be a healthy balance where you need to attach and detach from it on a regular basis or on a very cautious level. Like there's a line that you have to draw, and everybody has a different line. So I cannot really say like, for you this line should here, your line should be here, your line should be here. You have to figure it out on your own. This is how you learn over time, right? So just don't worry about that. Just keep practicing this thing. First of all, the acceptance is the thing, awareness is the thing. So first go through that step, and then you will slowly start to improve on that. So don't worry about that. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you felt anywhere that you wanted to say something, if you wanted to comment anything, please feel free to comment down in the comment section. I would also want to know, like, have you ever faced this issue? Like, what was your experience? Where did you face it? Just mention it down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation on it. Let's discuss it. Maybe other people will also have an idea of it. Especially the new designers who are coming into the industry, they are not even aware that something like this happens. So maybe they can be pre-prepared about these things. And even for any creative person, you can share this in the comment section. You will like the video if you felt that this video was helpful, and please subscribe to this channel because I keep making similar videos about the similar people as you are. So just subscribe to this channel. You can have a look at the videos, and if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I keep posting random designs and travel observation stuff over there. Like there are memes, there are travel observations, there are my design learning, so you can just have a look at that. Find the link in the description. And if you want to have a one-on-one call with me, there's a TopMate link over here also. TopMate link is free, of course. So just don't worry, you don't have to pay any extra money. You can just have a conversation with me one-on-one. So you can connect with me on TopMate. About this video, I have already written a detailed article, so I will just put the link of that article also in the chat, in the description. You can also follow me on Medium, because I also keep posting things on Medium also, so you can have a look at it there. That is all about this video, and until next video, let's just catch up. Bye bye.